What up, everybody? This is Stuart Knight, author of the books Marginalizing White Supremacy, Poetic Visions, A Steep Mister for a Sister, and my latest work, A Spirit the World Has Forgotten. And today I want to touch up on a subject of this phrase that goes around amongst primarily conservative black people when they say that black people do not think as a monolith. Now, usually when a black person specifically, makes that comment, they're doing so in a sense to kind of tell white people that, I'm not like those other Negroes. I actually like you white people, and I want to follow you, and I want to be like you, and I worship and cherish you. So please don't treat me like you do other niggas. Please don't treat me like the other Negroes. That's exactly what that phrase means. Because it's based on the ideal of how white folks or white supremacy, codifies and classifies us into one big group, one big Negro in a sense. And all the ill treatments that come from that. So when these black people, go around making that comment that the black community does not think is a monolith, in a sense they're doing nothing like I said, but telling white people, please stop treating me so bad because I'm not like all the other niggas. But it also showcases a problem within our community, well, amongst black people, I should say. And that problem is that we don't think as a monolith when it comes to race and politics, unlike white supremacy. Because you see, the westernized philosophy and its teachings automatically generate people who are going to think in lines with, bolstering white supremacy or making white supremacy sustainable, by either consumerism or ideology, pretty much. And for black people to say that we do not think as a monolith as black people, most black people sadly think as a monolith when it comes to maintaining white supremacy. And that is a problem we gotta really eradicate. We gotta think as a monolith when it comes to race and politics. Now, we don't have to think as a monolith when it comes to like social issues or personal preferences or, what likes or dislikes you have or, or what is, how should I say, or not necessarily politics, but world news and things like that. We don't have to think alike in those senses, but we should think alike when it comes to the concept of race and politics. We as black people should give each other the benefit of doubt when meeting each other, unlike, how, white supremacists, like you said, they think of you as all one big Negro in a sense. You're not given that benefit of the doubt. We as black people should give ourselves the benefit of the doubt and then let attitudes and behaviors, show themselves, after that. But at first, we should say, hey, let's see what this person's about. Let me not sit there and make a hasty judgment about, this black person off of, what white supremacy has actually told you to think about, this black person. And with the issue of reparations and the vote being used as a measure to procure reparations from the white establishment, we as black people should think it's a monolith. If we're not going to get tangibles, specifically designed and designated for black people, then we need to withhold our vote. We're not considered citizens anyway, so why practice the citizenship just to make white people secure in their in their dominant position, Because if black people, don't utilize that vote, then white people are going to really recognize, or white supremacists, should I say, recognize that, hey, these people are really disgruntled. They're really tired of our nonsense as a collective. So remember, by virtue of white supremacy, a monolithic mindset is present amongst white supremacists. That's why, the everyday white supremacists, in their daily goings have some way, can find some way or do some type of harm to you as a black person simply because you're not white. Simply because you're not white. They can practice white supremacy and feel as if they're moral in doing such. So get off this notion that, black people don't think as a monolith. like I said, most black people think is a monolith when it comes to the maintenance and sustaining of white supremacy. So why not think as a monolith when it comes to race-specific politics for us and race-specific attitudes for us, by us, as a collective, as a people. So let's do our best to get on code and develop that mindset to where we can, really change our condition and really practice and enhance empowerment for ourselves as a people. Once again, this is Stuart Knight, author of the books Marginalizing White Supremacy, Poetic Visions, A Steep Mister for a Sister, and my latest work, A Spirit the World Has Forgotten. Peace.